children having sex with each other to maintain their powers while a clown watches.
He's going to prepay for 100
Yeah, by the
years.
way, go back to doing coke. It was more fun when you wrote.
Yes. By the way, so AOC tweeted out, LMAO at a billionaire earnestly trying to sell people on the idea that free speech is actually an $8 a month subscription plan.
No. Hold on. Go back up. You corrected her. No. Let us say free speech is actually a $8 a month subscription.
I said an.
You corrected her, and you shouldn't.
Well, she is retarded.
You should let it be out there.
I don't want to harm the retards any more than
You have
harm
to.
themselves.
He doesn't want to glitch.
No.
Like just
Don't you cover that up.
I know, but it's just reading her, your brain can just be like, oh,
It's like Scarface. You're gonna watch AOC's tweets now.
how can that idiot think she's taking a stand on anything at this point?
Well, that was a self-answering question.
That's true.
Musk owned her, by the way.
Yeah. Musk responded, your feedback is appreciated. Now pay $8.
That's not just the only way. Guys, do me a favor. Pull up the tweet where he circles the price of the shirt that is on her website.
Oh, did he have that?
Responds with
Didn't he also say, stop hitting on me, I'm shy?
Well, yeah. They said they had a lot of things going back and forth. Anyway, AOC has a shirt on her website, I believe, and it's $58.
You know what else she has? Do you know what else she has? Take a guess where I'm going with this.
On her website?
Glasses?
A Tesla! A Tesla!
You love Musk.
She has a Tesla!
Oh, yeah.
Grace!
Parked across 3 handicap spaces in
Yes.
front of Whole Foods.
Yes, of course.
In New York too.
Yeah.
I think she's in. I think she's in Virginia and D.C. Isn't she? Or no, is she still in New York? Well, I think where she was driving to the grocery store, if I'm not mistaken, that might have been Virginia or D.C. because she has an apartment there. Because obviously she goes back and forth.
Right, of course.
Point is, she has a Tesla, and boy, that must be a moral quandary for her. Yeah. Because up until 2 years ago, they were all pro-Musk everything.
Mm-hmm. He was doing everything right. So it was really interesting because that response comes, and I'm 99% sure it was Musk who did it, right? Yeah. He circles the price of the shirt. He's like, this you? Right? And she's like, oh, well, my employees are at least paid a fair wage and all the blah, 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 and the money goes to charity. And
no, it doesn't.
People actually dug into that.
The money does not go to charity.
No, the money does not go to charity. It goes to your campaign.
Yes, and how many of these fair-paid people are volunteers?
Yes. Got completely owned. Like, you can't charge for a service. And by the way, again, I'll just make the point. You cannot be verified. Welcome to the world of almost every conservative not being verified and having
and by the way, this is a way.
Speak.
Here's the thing. They say, oh, censorship of speech. Okay, again, the complaints that we have with AOC, with Elizabeth Warren, with people like Mark Zuckerberg, with people on the left, is they actually want to remove opinions that express wrong things. For example, us on YouTube, right? AOC supports it. People like Ethan Klein support that. What they find abhorrent as a censorship of free speech is saying, hey, just so that people like us, people like you, and people like CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS are all on the same tier, that there's no favoritism for legacy journalism.
Yeah.
You all pay $8 a month if you want to be verified, and then everybody else is free to say whatever they want. But because we take the responsibility of verifying someone seriously, there should be a little bit of buy-in. It's kind of like we have the free show, YouTube or Rumble, and now we're on Mug Club. You can enjoy the free show, or if you want to watch another 45 minutes to an hour, you can join. We've never taken anything away from you. We've actually given you more free content. Remember, before we created Mug Club, we only did it once a week.
Right.
Then we went daily and also added some premium content. That's what Elon Musk is doing. He's giving you more freedom and then giving you more premium options. They want to remove opinions, period. Full stop. So another list, I guess we have a list here of celebrities that Musk was trolling. Sarah Silverman, I guess, was impersonating Musk, had her account locked after tweeting. Is this a quote, guys? I don't have it in italics here. I want to make sure. I'm a freedom of speech absolutist, and I eat duty for breakfast.
I think that's what she tweeted.
That's what she tweeted. Okay.
Yes. Which is both not funny and not something to tweet.
Very Kathy Griffin.
Yeah.
But it was Sarah
No,
Silverman.
that was Sarah.
Oh.
Also.
Kathy
Well,
Griffin had
still.
her account suspended for impersonating Musk.
Yeah. Surprisingly, when she held up a disembodied head bleeding of Donald Trump, no problem.
Yeah. And then Ethan Klein, H3H3, was banned for impersonating Musk. And I really shouldn't celebrate that. Like I've said on this show, I wish the guy the best. But, when your whole raison d'etre is to try and get people removed and support that and actively campaign for it, I can't feel bad for you. I wish that nobody was being, but I do think that honestly, falsely impersonating someone when it's not clearly delineated, that's different. That's actually illegal to do.
Yeah.
That's illegal to do. Defamation is something that we have laws for that. Libel, slander. For example, there's a reason that Jean-Guy Tremblay is not being removed. Well, it's not a parody. It's not a parody. It's a satire. And it's its own original character. No one is confusing Jean-Guy Tremblay for
Justin
Elon
Trudeau.
Musk or Justin Trudeau.
Right.
Although it's close.
Right.
With Jean-Guy.
Yeah. So, this is something that, again, is totally understandable. He didn't just remove people for opinions. He didn't like you. He removed people for falsely impersonating. And I was like, okay, I get it.
That's a policy that Twitter has already had, though.
They don't enforce it.
Right. They just never enforced it unless, obviously something happens on a conservative side of the ledger. And basically, he's just saying now that you just have to say that it's a parody account. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
All you have to do is in the description of your account, right, when people click on it, parody. That's it. That's all you have to do to make sure. And so everybody did this as a poke the finger in the eye. Well, the bear bit you.
Yeah.
And I hope what happens, and this could be him playing a little bit of, 8D chess, right? He could be going and saying, okay, we're removing your account because you violated rules, and then letting them have their accounts back.
Yeah.
And saying, see, this is the process
Yeah.
that never happened for a lot of other people on the right.
Well, to give you a standard, too, or I guess to try and apply some consistency here or see how the rules should be applied, we've been removed from, we don't know the last strike. We still don't know. Do we know?
No.
No. We just know it was the episode where we covered, ironically, Elon Musk taking over Twitter. Before that, it was Carrie Lake. Right before that was Carrie Lake saying that there were some election inconsistencies. Okay, and that resulted in a strike, which is why we won't be back to YouTube until November 21st because we don't want to have 2 strikes on our channel at any given time. We want to be the ones to say when we walk, not Wojcicki. And then before that, the strike was you quoting the CDC that the flu every year kills more children than COVID.
Well, 4 out of the last 10 years.
Yes. Yes, so that was a strike.
Yeah.
So in other words, those things got us removed completely, right, from YouTube. Now, see what is required for a temporary suspension for someone like Ethan Klein to get any type of punishment.
I was just going to say, if there's another Holocaust and people start rounding up the Jews, I just say, if they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets gassed first.
Now, here's the thing. I don't think he should be removed for that because... Okay, maybe he should be removed for that. But the point is, if he's saying... He shouldn't be removed for that because he's not calling for the murder of anybody.
No.
He's just saying that he would like that to happen. And of course, he's not funny. He doesn't really understand. He's never done comedy. If you watch him try and... The one time he did comedy on like a Hollywood tour, it was embarrassing. So, look, I have a lot of grace for people who've never actually made it work, right? They talk to a camera and go blah, 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 and they have a few 14-year-olds who find them funny. I don't expect them to be really capable in the realm of satire, in the realm of wit. But that's what's... Can you imagine if we actually said that? I mean, some people would... If on YouTube, we have to be careful about joking about an anti-Semitic leprechaun, where we clearly are not denying the Holocaust. He just says, I hope Ben Shapiro gets gas for it. That's what's required for a temporary suspension for people on the left.
Well, and I've had actual people just say, I'm going to kill you, and then I've reported it, and they're like, we don't see how this violates our Twitter rules.
Right.
And I'm like, really? You don't? All right.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true.
So I just stopped I just stopped reporting anything. I was like, what's the point?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, that doesn't even seem slightly extreme. Seems like a very good reason to get your channel in a bit of trouble.
In a bit of trouble.
Just a spot of bother.
In a bit of trouble.
In a bit, and not even,
permanent removal.
And I don't even agree with it getting in trouble over it.
Right.
Like, and I like Ben, and I know Ethan is Jewish, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's that too. But I mean, I do understand.
It's certainly more egregious than anything we've said, which were very clearly defined as jokes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.